Hi, I'm Dano.
This is Matt.
And this is Julian from Twisted Animation, and you're listening to Rage Rock Radio Balls.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of The Hidden Track here on RageRockRadio.com. My name is Matt Connerton, and I'm sitting here with the members of Twisted Animation. How are you guys?
Good.
All right.
Wonderful.
This is trippy for me because I'm used to Twisted Animation being two guys, and there's three of you here.
Yes, there is.
We multiplied.
I'm pretty freaked out. You're
Boy.
you're like an amoeba or something. You just kind of divide into
A
more.
little sexier than an amoeba, but yeah, in that direction.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I wouldn't know about that. But let's start at this end and tell me who you are in the band and what you do. And
I'm Dano. I'm the drummer in the band.
Yes. I am the guitar player. My name is Julian.
I'm Matt.
Boo!
I play bass.
okay, now walk me through the history a little bit of the band because, like I said, I know you guys as a duo, and there's three of you here. So
Do we have all night?
no, it's a half-hour show.
Go. Well, it actually started with me and Dan, of all people. I was in the band before Julian was,
Okay.
years ago.
So you and Dan are original members.
Original members. And
He's a Julian come lately.
Julian
That's what
came...
the ladies say, and
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
most important.
It's not what I've been
Absolutely.
told, though.
Exactly.
Sure.
So we played together for a few years as a three-piece, and then I took a break, and then they started playing as a two-piece, and came back.
Why did you take a break, sir?
I was going to college. Busy man.
No, seriously, what's the real reason?
No, really.
No, I'm just kidding.
These guys are jerks. No.
Because they told me some things before you got here, and that had nothing to do with that.
Really?
Yeah.
a
Did it have to
stint-
do with the underpants incident?
Yes, and a little stint
gold
in,
chains.
a little stint in rehab and all that
Small.
rock and roll stuff.
Small stint.
We'll save that for the behind the music, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So when did the band start? You guys have been around for a while.
2000.
Okay.
Started February 2000.
And we pretty much all started playing instruments in like 99, so we've been playing together since we started playing music, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, how is it? I mean, is it easier as a three-piece, or because, like I said, I knew you guys as a two-piece for so long. So how does that change with your live show as far as which way is easier?
Moving gear is easier as three people. That's
Sure.
for sure.
Definitely, because we were carrying the equipment for three people when we were only two people. We
Ah.
still carried a full bass rig when it was only the two-piece band.
Right.
And now that we're a three-piece band, we carry probably less gear.
Yeah, and we have much more of a stage presence.
Yeah.
Sure.
And this kid dances all over the place, so.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Songwriting's probably more difficult though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now it gets pulled in different directions. Before, when it was just me and Julian writing music, it was either yes, we're going to do it, or no. There was no like maybe in between, and it
Sure.
was each one of us pleaded our own case, and that's how we went down the path.
And-
Now you throw Matt in the mix, and sometimes no one gets their way.
Right, and plus now we have to write bass,
Yeah.
and sync bass up and make sure that the bass flows with the guitar,
Right.
make sure the lyrics go. We have to adjust, his kick drum patterns to the bass, all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right bass where there was no bass.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, do you do a lot of the same material that you did as a two-piece, as a three-piece, but with bass added to it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically wrote bass lines over all the existing songs.
Yeah, and
And,
we've tweaked our songs, a little bit here and there to add a little more dynamic to it and make it a little more, musical in a sense, and just add little pieces here and there. And Matt's been a really big help with that too, just editing the songs, because now we have a totally new view on it. So
Sure.
we're changing our sound a little bit, for the better.
Also,
Yeah.
before Matt was back in the band, when we were in the studio recording, we asked Matt to come back and lay out all the bass tracks for our new songs.
Okay.
So even though Matt wasn't there when we wrote the songs, he wrote the bass lines for them when we were in the studio.
Oh, okay.
So, and they all got tweaked and changed since then anyways. But
Yeah.
but regardless, he was familiar with the songs
Okay.
from when he joined back up with us again.
Right. Okay. And when you guys play live, I've heard you do some covers. Like I remember hearing you guys as a two-piece doing "Eye of the Tiger,"
Yep.
which was really cool. And what else do you guys do for covers?
Ugh.
Our
do a
main
lot.
our main covers that we do is a 3-piece. Really, we do. My Name Is Jonas from Weezer.
Uh-huh.
We do. What else do we do?
Immigrant
99
Song.
Red Balloons.
99 Red Balloons.
Immigrant Song from
Immigrant
Led
Song
Zeppelin.
from Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin. And we do one. Oh,
The
the Clash.
Clash.
Yeah, I fought
Yeah.
the Law from the Clash.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just played last Saturday at Mickey's in Lowell, and it was like I said, all covers. And because Matt was away, it was really short notice, so we played as Magic Button,
Yeah.
which is our cover band side project apparently. And we play everything from Metallica to, a Black Sabbath medley to, Bombs Over Baghdad from Outkast to a whole rap thing. We play everything, so
Yeah.
people really were really into it.
Yeah.
When you record in the studio, does it sound like your live show, which is obviously, kind of stripped down, or do you take advantage of the opportunity to really layer things and make it more produced?
I don't think it sounds anything like what we sound live.
Really?
I think we're a live band, and I've never been fully satisfied with a CD or studio version of our songs, but it's still good.
Yeah.
But the real vibe, I think, from when we play is live.
Right.
Yeah,
Feedback.
we're pretty dynamic, and the songs, like I said, have been tweaked slightly, now that we have Matt. So
Sure.
the next time we go in the studio, we had no idea what we were doing in the studio, and now that we kind of do, it's going to be a lot better of an experience. But
Yeah.
not that it wasn't good, but it took us forever to, really get into the motion. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I think our live sound is better than what's in the studio, but the studio stuff is still interesting. It's more polished, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think it still sounds good. But our live show is definitely much more entertaining.
Okay. Well, now that you've told us that, let's hear some of your studio work. What do you guys want to play?
Oh, geez, so many to pick from. Maybe the intro track? No. Which is just a guy talking.
Never always.
Never always never. That's a pretty good one that people seem to like a lot.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's hear it. We're going to hear Never Always Never. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. Never Always Never from Twisted Animation here on The Hidden Track on RageRockRadio.com.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.
The silence, it fills minutes on and on and on and on. I drive above and not stay. Never have I wanted to put my fist right in your face. The violence, it kills me. The silence, it fills minutes on and on and on and on. I drive above and not stay. stay. Stay, stay, 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 stay. The violence, it kills me. The silence, it fills me. It's on and on and on and on. It's on and on and on. It's on and on and on and on. It's on and on and on. It's on and on and on and on. It's on and on and on. Stay.
Trying to find that special instrument with great service? Indie Music Store in Milford, New Hampshire has what you need. 603-673-2733. New and used instruments, sheet music and books, student rentals, trade-in and consignment. Owned and operated by Jeff Harrington, a custom drum maker who specializes in drum sales, repairs, and restoration. Indie Music Store, located at 307 Elm Street in Milford, New Hampshire. 603-673-2733. Or visit them on the web at indiemusicstore.biz. Indie Music Store, independent store for independent musicians.
Looking to amp up an event or party? Call Loudkeeper Sound.
In New Hampshire, 603-289-1409.
Indoor-outdoor concerts, festivals, public address speaking, conference meetings, outings and parties and more. 603-289-1409
or on MySpace at myspace.com/loudkeeperaudio.
Top quality sound reinforcement for all your event needs. Drumlin Down Studios. Located in the foothills of New Hampshire Seacoast, Drumlin Down Studios is a state-of-the-art recording studio for all your recording needs at prices you can afford. Call 603-580-5339 or visit Drumlin Down on the web at drumlindown.com. No project is too large or too small. Call 603-580-5339 for information. Drumlin Down Studios.
All right, so we just heard Never Always Never from Twisted Animation on the hidden track on RageRockRadio.com. So where does the name come from, Twisted Animation? Hammer's making fun of me. Blah, 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 blah.
A large hat.
A lot of chat? No. That was, well, the song didn't really have a title.
What'd you put names in a hat?
No, every song's called Hat. No. It's, there's the lyrics to the song.
No, I meant the name of the band.
Oh, the name of the band.
I don't care where the lyrics came from.
This kid.
I was
Dan was
bored
just like-
at a job one day, and I actually drew a little flip book of a car crash.
Like the phone
and
size of the phone
I
book.
titled it Twisted Animation because it was a car crash.
Right.
And then
No. Tell them the whole thing, what it was. What? It wasn't just a car crash. It was like, this guy flies through the window, an ambulance comes, picks him up, the ambulance fucking crashes.
Oh no, he slides out of the back of the ambulance when they drive away. I remember now. Yeah.
That's Twisted.
It was pretty much it was the name of that little flip book that I made, and when me and the first guitarist were hanging out practicing one day, we decided we needed a name, and that was the first thing he picked up, and then it's been that ever since. Ever since I was 17. So
There wasn't a lot of effort.
No, there really wasn't. And there's
Sure.
been effort to change it, but just all in vain.
Oh, it's a cool name. How much have you guys recorded? Do you have a full length out, or where does that song that we just heard come from?
It's just an EP titled Premature Release. And
Exactly
why are you
what
laughing?
it is.
yeah, I don't get it. What?
I know it's a serious problem for some people. I wouldn't know.
So 5 tracks that are songs, and then there's one intro track. So and it's just a small EP that we recorded in Drake at Mass.
Okay.
By this guy who is a Berkeley professor, and he runs Blue Leopard Studios.
But if you read the CD, it's Blue Leopard.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's some typos.
A little bit of a typo there. Leopard.
Yeah. Hey, it's all rock and roll. You know?
He might change the name.
Would have been.
Really? Yeah.
Just because of that, yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys get really
We're
big,
hoping.
he'll have to, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's all three of you on the disc.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how long ago did you record that?
2006, end of 2006.
Oh, okay.
I think. Right?
That's when we started recording.
When did it come out?
I don't know. Came out in 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
End
Oh,
of
okay.
2007 is when it was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have plans to go back in and record more
Yes.
soon? Or?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we've already wrote more music since we recorded that. So
Yeah. How many original songs do you guys have?
6, working on 7.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
We're working on 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got a bunch of them in the works right now, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Of new stuff, or how many
Completely
originals
new.
do you have overall?
Just 6 right now that we play out. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
And we have like I say probably like 3 or 4 that we're just going back and forth on, working on. So those should all hopefully be done, very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon, within the next 5 years.
Sure. Well, it's all relative,
Yeah.
Yep.
These things take time,
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
tend to learn songs, play them for a while, then drop them and replace them with other songs.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, over the years, we've written lots of songs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The problem is we're just so damn picky, really, about everything that goes into a song.
yeah.
And we really write it from the perspective of, if I was going into a club and I just saw this no-name band playing this no-name song, would I be into it?
Right.
Would I
Right.
be into it from start to finish? And if anywhere in that song the answer is no, then we change, this part or that part, or, and, we really put a lot of effort into all of that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it takes a while to write songs sometimes,
Sure.
Yeah.
Does it also then take a while to record? I mean, is that a slow process for you guys?
The recording process was very slow.
Really?
Yeah.
Very.
We didn't know what we were doing.
Yes.
I mean, this, us flat out, we'd never really been to a quote-unquote real studio.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, was it the first time in a studio for all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So.
It started at one place and ended up somewhere else.
Oh,
it was
really?
originally supposed to be more of a demo, and then it went on from there.
Now it's this high production, 2 years in the making.
Since it was available,
yeah.
Yeah.
use all of the production available.
Yeah, but Jeff Williams was the guy recording. He was a really great guy. Just really, just told us what to do, and just really pushed us to be better musicians, in a way.
So did he also act kind of as a producer, not just an engineer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he kind of, we'd play something. He'd be like, "Oh, maybe you should do, these vocal notes instead." I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, okay," And so vocals were probably the most strenuous part of the whole thing.
Really? Yeah.
It took so long.
Yeah.
Didn't bug me. No.
Yeah.
It's real easy for me
I
too.
wasn't
Yeah,
worried
sons
about
of
that.
bitches.
The vocals was the easiest thing for me, probably.
Yeah.
Just came naturally. I
Yeah.
just sat down in the chair and listened.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, do you guys have any shows coming up that you want to mention, or any big events, any touring, any festivals, anything at all?
Well, all the stuff that we do, you can find on our MySpace at myspace.com/twistedanimation.
Okay.
Right now, I think we only have one other show up there right now, but we do have a lot in the works that we're booking.
Yeah.
We're going to be coming back to Boston quite a bit this summer, and hopefully going to Portland, Maine. We'll be going up there, and
Some shows there.
hopefully New York City. We're waiting for a couple of things there, but
We're going to be going back to the Sad Cafe also
In Plastow.
Oh,
in
cool.
the end of
Yeah.
August.
It's a
We'll
great
be playing
room.
there again.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
Yeah.
And where can we get your EP? Is that available online?
it's available through us. If you contact us, we'll send
Yep.
it to
You
whoever
can also-
wants it.
Oh, how wonderful.
Or come see a live show because it's much better.
yeah,
Yes,
or
yes.
you can download everything at our MySpace as well.
Okay.
And we also we're on Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud,
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation. Yeah, we're on a bunch of websites. You can just
Cool.
Google Twisted Animation. You'll see us. We'll pop up.
Okay, very cool.
Yep.
And of course, myspace.com/twistedanimation.
Yep,
So
that's the best way to get in contact with us, really.
Yep.
cool. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up. What do you guys want to play as we wrap up the show?
Endless or Christmas?
Endless for Christmas.
Endless. Oh, Christmas.
Christmas.
You can just repeat everything
Christmas.
I say.
I will-
Christmas.
I can
We'll do
just repeat
Christmas.
everything he says.
Perfect for the middle of July.
Yes.
Or-
Christmas in July.
Yes.
Christmas in July.
There you go.
All right, and just want to remind everybody, Crimes in Graceland will be here with us next week on the Hidden Track, and we're going to wrap up with Christmas from
Yeah.
Twisted Animation. Woo! All right, thanks, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Yeah.
All right.
RageRockRadio.com. The heaviest place on the internet.